Good morning. Hi, Velda. Gonna wait another moment. Well, hello, Miss Lisa Ann Smith. How are you doing this morning? I miss you guys beyond belief. Crazy world we live in. But we have our yoga. We have the sun. We have fresh air. We have each other. So if you are coming on, this is Paula Yoga with me, Miss Paula Green. And this is a virtual class. So by participating in this video, you are understanding I cannot adjust you or correct your position. So listen to your body and, oh, Chico, get away from the flames and be safe. So peace. Let's get on our mat and on our back this morning. And this morning, let's bend our knees and open up our feet so they're about mat width distance apart, and that your knees fall in towards each other so that the weight of the opposite leg literally holds each other up. And then let your arms open out to the side so you feel just a nice, gentle stretch happening. Let your chin tuck, so you may need to lift your head up and then set it down again, but let the chin tuck and you'll feel that stretch. Allow your bones to go. Your eyes to close. And breathe fully into your belly. As you breathe in, let your belly expand. And then your ribs, your chest, all on the in-breath. And then as you exhale, let the breath go through the chest. Relax the shoulders as you do, and the ribs, and the belly. Let everything really sink to the floor. And then slowly fill and expand back up again. Really breathe in and fill up the belly. Stretch out the muscles through the ribs. Keep the bones heavy down as you open up through the chest. And then exhale, let it all go. Coming right into our 3-part breath, our yoga breath. Noticing if you're holding tension in your fingers and your toes, let it all go. Your jaw releases. And as you breathe out again, let's go ahead and separate the legs. Keep the feet planted on the floor and they'll remain on the floor. As we breathe in, let the knees drop to the right as you turn your head to the left. And as you breathe out, press the belly down. We're emptying the breath out. Rooting down, let the knees lift. And you'll notice it naturally happens. Inhale, left, turn to the right with the head. Exhale, use the belly, see if that helps to bring the knees up. Not the legs, the feet are staying on the floor. So we roll to the right side of the feet as the knees go to the right and return to look towards the left. Exhale, come to center. And then do the other side. And exhale. Now do this one more time to each side. Maybe even reach out through the fingers a little more. Roll the shoulders down. And then as you complete this, take your left leg long onto the floor and hug your right knee in towards the chest. Now as you breathe in, fingers are interlaced. Take the arms overhead, keep the back rooted, and extend that right leg. And as you breathe out, bring your head up as you round up towards your neck. Inhale, shoulders down. Give yourself a nice stretch through one half of the body. Exhale, round. A little bit of strength, a little bit of stretch. And again, breathe in, reach long. Keep your chin tucked for that added stretch in the back of the neck. Exhale. As you come down, rest your right leg down. Bring your left knee up. Interlace fingers behind it. Let's begin on the left side. As you breathe in, stretch it long. Keep your chin tucked, your ribs heavy. As you breathe out, round. Use that belly strength. Then accordion-like movement, ribs to hips as you come up. Inhale, keep your tailbone tucked, your low back even rooted downward. Exhale, round deep. Again, inhale, stretch it long. Good morning. And exhale, take it back up. So do this with me. Inhale, take that left side long. Exhale, take it in. Now take that right side, lift it up as you set that left leg down. Exhale, bring it in. Now take the right leg down, lift the left leg up. So a little bit of belly strength. Keep that left leg long. If you're not getting it, that's okay. We'll get into it. Exhale. Now make sure it's not your low back here. As you extend your left leg down, the right leg lifts. We lift the belly. And then as we exhale, we curl in. Yeah. So slowly we switch legs. We root down. We keep the tailbone tucked. We stretch long. Exhale, take it back in. Slowly shift legs. Keep that low back rooted. And take it in. Knee was waiting for me. Now let's go ahead and extend both legs. Reach it and take both knees in towards the body. Go ahead and circle them around. So if that was a little difficult and you backed off because of your back, I bow to you. That's great. That's what I want you to do. Anytime things feel a little bit off or feel a little bit beyond your discomfort zone, because you want to be a little uncomfortable in some of these, then back off, do a modification. For now, let's just roll over to one side and get ourselves to sit up. Take the legs out long in front and give them a good shaking. Take your hands and make fists that you should never use if you're actually using a punching bag or whatever, because you're going to take your knuckles up and your thumb right across your nails, and you're going to give yourself just a little bit of a massage here. Get the legs to energize a little bit. Get up into the hips. Beautiful. And then give yourself a great stretch, 90 degrees here. Root the sits bones down, reach the arms up. Deep breath in. Soften the knees, bend them in. Get the thighs to come all the way up to the ribs. I don't care how much you need to bend, just bend them in and then round over the legs. Straighten the legs, roll back so that you're lengthened right over your back area. And then inhale, stretch it up. So let's repeat, get soft, round here. Bend those knees as you bow forward. And then on the inhale, press through, reach up high. Exhale, reach long, bend, 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 bend. Inhale and root and lengthen. One more time. Let's round and roll. And then come back up. Stretch it up. Beautiful. Take these legs back in. Maybe give the feet a little bit of a shake, the toes a little bit of a shake, the ankles, and then get up into a bit of a squat. Let's rock ourselves back and forth, side to side. Open up the bones of the feet, the toes. Roll outward on the outer parts of the feet, not so much on the inner. Let's even things out. And then thighs and ribs stay connected, belly draws in. We'll take a ragdoll leg forward fold. Let everything go. Notice what happens when you let the weight of the head go. So stay bent forward. Let that weight just hang over. Grab hold of your elbows as you're folded downward. And then rock yourself a bit side to side. Let things go. What does it take to release right into the back of the neck? Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, relax the tongue. And then let your arms go floppy. Walk your feet in so that they're about 2 fist distance apart between them. And the outer parts of the feet feel parallel. The knees roll open to the second toes in. We have some good even weight throughout both feet. We slide the tailbone under and work the strength of the muscles through the front of the body to come on up to stand. Let's give ourselves a great good morning stretch right up to the sky. Grab hold of your right wrist and stretch with a half moon style over to the left side. Now tuck your chin and let the back of the neck lift up towards the right arm a bit. Flip your palm to the sky in the right hand. Slowly come up and switch wrists here. Grab for that left, slowly come over. Let the ribs come in over the hips and keep the tailbone tucked. Shoulders wide, relax the neck. Now look up and then look down and then bring yourself back up. Take the arms, bring them down, not to the side, behind you. Bend the elbows to get the hands to interlace. Now don't lose your low back here. Keep the tailbone tucked and the belly drawn in to support the low back. And as we keep that drawing in the low back area, roll the shoulder blades together and begin to soften and extend the elbows and the arms. Notice if you're hunched in the shoulders, draw down. Notice if the head's coming forward. Keep the lobes back over the shoulders. Let yourself go and then slowly open through the front of the chest here. Relax your jaw, maybe even stick out your tongue. Yeah, it's okay. One more stretch back. This time scoop the tailbone under even more and lead your hips forward. Stretch through the front of the belly, the center of the chest, the chin. Let the whole back of the neck lengthen as you look up. And then as you exhale, release the arms to the side. Come to stand. Let's inhale, get a beautiful wave through the front of the body. Stretch the arms up high. Exhale and begin to bow down towards the floor. Soften the knees as you go. Walk your hands to your shins and then lift yourself up halfway. Press the palms into the legs to help straighten the legs. So feel that the quads help to press back, and that's where we want the extension to come. So let go, soften the knees, keep that belly drawn in and the tailbone tucked as you fold forward. Let your fingertips be light to the floor. So lift up through the center palms and step your right foot back. Lower the knee down and the top of the toes can rest on the floor. And let's back ourselves up so we come on up. Back that right hip up just a little bit and then lift up out of the pelvis a bit. See what you can do about evening out the hips. And then press your palms into that left knee to stretch your chest up, up, and away. Your shoulders down your back. Your head lifts up just a little bit. You want to play with and find a stretch through the front of the throat and the back of the neck. The legs are stretching apart, and the pelvis isn't just dropping forward, it's in between the thighs, so we're not forcing all the way down. Let's take one more deep breath in, let the chest stay open, and then breathe out. Fingertips back down to the floor. We'll step the right foot forward into a fold at the top of our mat. Get the feet hip width distance apart, so awareness of where our feet are going. Root the pads of the feet, two on the top below the big and little toes and one at the heels. Scoop the tailbone under and then roll through. Let's come on up. Take a deep breath in, reach the hands high to the sky. And then exhale, let's bow forward again. Get a rounding in the back body. Let the head go as you fold down, soften the knees. Inhale, come back to that half fold. So shins and then to quads, the thighs. Let's smush the palms in, shoulders wide. Deep breath in, exhale, let it go. Again, light with the pads of the fingers as we step the left foot back. We're going to lower the knee down just as we did on the right side and the top of the foot. And that means we'll climb back up again. Not bringing our hips too far forward. Let the belly lift up so it's still working in that low back area to lengthen and to keep that low back in place. The palms pressing into that right knee. And the right knee is right over your ankle. Yeah, it's always a good bit to keep that there when the knee's bent. So let the shoulders draw down and get this glorious stretch through the front of the body as we breathe in. And then as we breathe out, let's bring those fingertips back down to the floor. And let's step forward once again to our forward fold. This time, instead of coming all the way up to stand, bring the arms forward and come into chair pose. Shoulders down, let the heart lift. Bring your gaze up, take a deep breath in, and then sweep the arms back. Step your right foot back. Drop the knee down enough so we can tuck that tailbone under. And then we're going to stretch everything out as we reach the arms high to the sky, shoulders down. Take a deep breath in, exhale, lift up through that right leg, bring it forward. Bring your arms up, take a deep breath in with me. Exhale, slow and steady, take that left foot back. We'll drop the knee down to slide the tailbone under and then stretch through that whole left side of the body as we swing the arms up high. Keep the shoulders down, the chest open, take a deep breath in, exhale, let's lift up, step back forward again. Inhale, swing the arms up high. Palms come together, fold forward as we breathe out. Lifting halfway, inhale up. Exhale, soften, relax the shoulders, come on down. Step your right foot back again. Let's draw the right knee down, top of the foot, scoop the tailbone under, swing the arms up high, stretch through the thigh. Exhale, soften the hands as we come back down, but to a modified plank as left knee joins right beside the right. Lift the belly up high, the chest, and then as we come forward, elbows in, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, slow and steady. Come into a gentle upward dog. Pull the palms to stretch out through the front of the body. And then exhale, roll yourself back to child pose. Yes, you heard it right. Now keep the tailbone scooped and we'll rock the hips a bit from side to side. Let the shoulders go, let the neck go. Now take your hands, walk them over to the right side. Keep your hips where they are, or maybe even drop your hips a little bit more to the left, whatever works for you. Now take yourself back center, yeah. And then begin to bring yourself over to the other side. So you might find that those hips just naturally drop just a little bit over, and that's cool. Let it happen. So this time, bring your hands back. We're going to set ourselves up for a downward facing dog. And it's such a great pose. And I say constantly that child pose is 2 knee bends away. It's very much like the stretch that we feel in child pose, right? In child pose, we feel this extension through the back body when we have the arms forward, the shoulders are down. So let's find this in our downward dog and walk your way up to it. So keeping that tailbone tucked, press the thighs back. The knees stay bent, my friends. Your hands, let them explore to where your shoulders can stay down and wide. Your neck can relax. Your belly is drawing back. The muscles through the ribs are lifting into the back body. So we're not caving forward. And I remember, 20 years ago plus, when I do downward dog, and I would do it with this hyper arch, and it would feel so good, but it really wouldn't. Where I'm compressing, I'm weakening. So you want to draw the belly in for a lengthened pose, the ribs in, and then extend long. And the legs, don't worry about them straightening. Just pull the quads, pull the thighs back. Relax the neck. We'll take a deep breath in. See if we can find a moment or so in downward facing dog. And then whenever you're ready, maybe it's another breath or two here, or maybe you've had enough. You'll walk yourself forward to the front of the mat and you'll take a moment in ragdoll, holding the elbows. Now, if you're like me, you just found downward dog to be quite amazing and you just want to take another breath or two, maybe even walk the legs out, go ahead and do so, and then begin your journey up into a forward fold. When you get there, definitely enjoy that ragdoll sensation. Hold the elbows at the head, hang. Bring your feet so that they are hip-width distance apart. We'll take another breath as we're hanging out. And as you breathe out again, let your arms drop to the floor. We'll come back to chair pose, scooping the tailbone under on the inhale, reaching the arms forward and up. Well, hello. On the exhale, bring your palms together and then bow back down to the floor. Lifting up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana as they say, and then exhale, let yourself go. Fingertips to the floor as you step your left foot back. Letting that knee come down, right knee's over the ankle. And then we inhale and we swing those arms high to the sky. Let the shoulders relax down. Exhale, let's reach the hands down. Keep the back lifted as we step the right foot back even with the left. Take a deeper breath into the body. Exhale, elbows in, shoulders down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Scoop the tailbone under, roll the spine into upward dog. It's probably a little bit bigger than before. We don't want to go too much bigger. Let's work slow this morning. Pull the palms in, keep the weight of the hips up, off of the shoulders, right? Take one more deep breath, stretch through, and then your choice. Set yourself up for down dog and child pose, or go right through into downward facing dog. And here we'll stay for about 5 breaths. So make these wonderful micro movements to set yourself up. Check out the base of the neck. If you can pull back more through the hips to alleviate that pressure in the wrists or the shoulders. Speaking of shoulders, can they widen a little bit more? Toes wide. Let's take one more deep breath in and out. And either a step or a soft hop will bring us to the front of our mat. Feet hip width distance apart, and chair pose, we return. Take a deep breath in, and listen, exhale. Take your right leg back, take your left arm back as your right arm reaches forward. So you've got yourself in a little bit of a twist, untwist, step it back in. So that left leg goes back with the right arm. That left arm reaches forward, the hips stay square. You've got yourself in a little bit of a twist, step yourself back. So take your right leg, your left arm, open up. Shoulders down the back, right, not up, and then step up. Now we're trying to step straight back with that left leg. Keep the hips square, so the outer muscles here, outer thighs, outer belly muscles are drawing in. We're controlling this. We are in control. We are. Take a deep breath in, open up through the chest, draw the shoulders down. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Open up. Deep breath out. All right, so keep those arms up high. Take a deep breath in. Step the right leg back. We've got ourselves in a high lunge position. Am I right? Yes, I am. So we'll take the arms back behind us, bend at the elbows, and then bring the hands together along the back side of the body. I'll flip around to show you. And there are some choices here. So either our wonderful Anjali Mudra behind us, right, that reverse prayer, or you could hold your elbows here. So you do have those wonderful choices, yeah? So from here, let's take a deep breath in. Let the chest open up. And then take a deep breath out. Keep the chest open. We're not rounding. We're lengthening. We're pulling the hips back. We're tucking the chin. So we're pausing here. We're trying to find a nice diagonal line through the right side of the body. So you might find that you're too far forward, so pull yourself up a little bit. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Beautiful. Breathe out. Scoop from the tailbone. Feel the front thigh stretch as you begin to take yourself back again. Relax the neck. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, release. Let those arms open up, and then take prayer position again, up overhead and right at the base of the neck. You can even take your thumbs right into that bottom part of the neck. We can breathe in. Maybe even the head rests a little bit into the hands. Arch back, and then breathe out. This time, can you round yourself forward? Oh, it's a balancing thing. Now keep yourself safe. The outer thighs are working here. Let's roll it back again. Oh yeah, stay steady. On the in-breath, we open up, and then on the out-breath, we begin to take ourselves forward. And let there be a little bit of a roll. Scoop from the tailbone, let yourself round and come up. Deep breath in, we open through the chest, draw those shoulders down. Deep breath out, we come forward. Let's take those arms, stretch them up as you come back up again. Thank you very much. And then exhale, step forward. Let's take this left leg back. Swing the arms up high. Square the hips. Keep the tailbone tucked, and then bring the arms behind you. So again, it's what works for you, holding the elbows or hands working in Anjali Mudra, prayer position behind the back. Now check your feet, make sure they're parallel, your legs, outer thighs, scoop from the tailbone, and let's begin to arch a little bit. Lift the head high, breathe in, open the heart to the sky, shoulders draw down the back. One more deep breath into the body. And then as you breathe out, keep the chest open as we come forward in a diagonal. So we're not rounding, we're not quite bowing. We're just opening up, we're stretching, and we're getting a little bit of warmth here, a little bit of strength building. And we're deep with the breath. We're focused, so we're not tight in the jaw or around the mouth. It's all soft. Beautiful. Let's take one more deep breath out, and let's roll back up again as we breathe in. Let's release the arms. Let them stretch open and upward. Palms return together and then to the back of the neck. Let's arch and open up through the chest and begin this wave of movement. Round yourself forward and then scoop from that tailbone. Oh, legs are strong as we open up through the chest. Keep the shoulders relaxed. So a lot of strength through the big muscles through the body. Belly, thighs, buttocks are working here to hold this up. Exhale, we're bowing forward. One more time. Now the key is, even though we're strong here, we're trying to stay soft. We're trying to get a wave through the spine. This time, go ahead and swing those arms up high, and then bring the hands down to the floor. Step the right foot back, bring the knees wide down to the floor, and then bring your child pose on. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let's widen the arms a bit and sink the chest down a little bit more. See what happens. Now take your left arm, stretch it in front. Lift up through the left side, and let's take a bit of a twist as that right arm slides through. Keep the hips where they are. Turn your head to look underneath that left arm and rest it down. Now soften that left elbow and accept the stretch. Take a breath or two here. Make sure you're still breathing full. That inhale expands that low belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, we release. Let's take one more breath as we're resting here. Sliding our right arm out and switching sides. So that right arm stretches forward. The left arm makes its way through. We lift our head and turn it to the side, and then let the right arm go. So that adds to the stretch as we release. We take a few breaths. And even the proper breathing of yoga, that nice expansive breath, will add some beauty to this stretch. So let's go ahead and take our child pose again. Let's bring our knees so that they are about hip width distance apart to start tucking toes. And we'll return to downward facing dog. Let the head go, the back of the neck. Keep stretching. Keep breathing. Deep breath into the body. And deep breath out. Let's round the spine and begin to step the right foot forward. Yeah. Now as we breathe in, I want you to work that right foot back. As you breathe out, I want you to bend that left knee up towards your ribs and then round and step forward. It's not going to look that graceful for some of us. And then roll it back. If I had to give a percentage, I'd say 75% of us. It's going to be a little bit weird at first as we roll and rock that right foot forward. And then come on back. The trick is core strength. Round and step. Try to get knee and ankle. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just practicing this. Yes, and then take it back. Let's take that right foot forward one more time. Beautiful. And then step it back. And then take that left foot forward. Let's let that right foot lead up to the front. Inhale, let's come on up to stand. Exhale, chair pose as the hands come in front of the heart center. Let's take a deep breath in. We're going to step that right foot back once again. Swing the arms out to the side with the palms faced up. Outer thighs hugged in. So we're going to do something a little similar to what we just did, but different arms. Oh yeah. So go ahead and bend those arms, shoulders down. Press the palms forward in the back of the hands back. So we've got, or face the palms forward and press the back of the hands to the back wall. And so we have a stretch happening already. So as we bring the arms forward, I don't want you to lose this. Keep the back body open. Keep pressing the chest back as the arms come forward. And we'll go ahead and cross the right arm over that left. So see if you can get a little bit of a ha. And then keep wrapping around as far as you can go. If you could do 5 wraps around the arm, that would be fabulous. No, you might go back to back or palm to palm. Anything more than that is bizarre, and check and see if your bones are okay. So draw your elbows forward, your shoulders back. The hips are not, that right hip isn't pulled back. That would mean we're not activating the outer thigh muscles. Go ahead and squeeze them in. Yeah. Draw the thighs away. Keep the belly drawn in. Inhale, can we lift those elbows up? And then exhale, can we begin to round and roll forward? Roll back, scoop the tailbone. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, begin to find some confidence in your waves. See if it's like a little meditation in motion as we move and steady our mind and our body. 2 more breaths. Starting now. Check your thighs. Make sure you're not getting weebly and wobbly. 1 more breath. Go ahead and release those arms. Palms come to the floor and we step back to plank. Keep the shoulders wide, tuck the chin under, and then steady yourself forward. Elbows draw in as we transition all the way to the floor this time. Lift your right foot up as you untuck your toes. Stretch the right leg long, lay it down. Keep the elbows in, don't let them go out to the side. Pick your left leg up. Untuck the toes, let it go long, and stretch it out. So the elbows should be in. Lift the head up. Use the belly. Notice that connection. Don't lift like this with the head. Keep the chin tucked and lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. And notice that connection with the belly. So from here, go even deeper. Scoop the tailbone under. Use the low belly, mid belly up to begin to come up. Pull the palms in. Keep the toes long. But slow come down to the floor. So draw the hip bones up just a little bit. Pubic bone pulls in, tailbone tucks under. Wave through that. Come on up. Find your upward facing dog. Inhale, deep breath. Pull those palms. Stretch the spine out. Exhale, slow roll. Round and take it back. Child pose, and then take it up to downward facing dog. The back of the neck goes, shoulders wide. Deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, step or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Soften the knees. Feet are hip width distance apart. Chair pose we return to on the in-breath. On the out-breath, step your left leg back. Let your arms go wide for a moment. Square your hips. Feel that length through the left side. Bend the elbows. Open up through the chest. Keep the palms facing forward, back of the hands pressing back. Open wide through the chest and keep it that way as you now cross your left elbow. Try to hook it right over. And then wrap as far as you can. Center your arms, so you might not be able to see me peekaboo, but center your arms and square out those hips by drawing the thighs in. Draw the belly in, scoop the tailbone under, shoulders down the back as you begin with an arch. Round through the belly as you bow forward. Use all that muscular energy through the core, the thighs, the belly, the buttocks, right? To help roll and wave. Steady yourself, focus. Take a few more of these. And 1 more. Roll yourself up. Free those arms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Take yourself to the floor. Back body stays wide as we step back. Chaturanga Dandasana as we come on down. We've been working this. Upward facing dog. Pull those hips in to stretch long, even to the front, back part of the body. Exhale, let's roll back. Tuck the toes. And either come into child's pose or downward facing dog. Gosh, I still get all tongue twisted even in my living room. Let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's take one more as we all meet into downward facing dog yet again. And then step or hop the feet to the front of your mat. Feet are once again hip width distance apart. We scoop the tailbone under and re-roll to return to chair pose, shoulders wide. So bring the feet in so they're naturally now centered, right? We scooted them in evenly. And then take the arms out, bend those elbows. Let's lift up the right heel, take the left heel over a little more and cross the right knee over. So we're working into Garudasana. We're drawing the belly in so we still have strength. We're not just letting ourselves hyper arch here. We can keep the toes on the floor for a little bit of a kickstand. As we cross the arms, we'll let that right arm come under and we'll work those eagle arms again, hiding. So here, squeezing the thighs together, squeezing the arms together, not letting those arms drop. We're going to pull away as we open up the back body. The knees are in. We should feel some heat generating when we hug in. This is a good thing. Let the belly keep lifting. And then if you're feeling that the balance is with you today, let the force, right, be with us, then lift the foot up and either keep it on one side or wrap it around to the other side of the leg. Keep the legs tightly entwined, the arms, and keep the knees and the elbows away from the hips and the shoulders. Keep the head up. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. One more deep breath in. We're going to switch to the front. We're going to release that right leg to the back of our mat. And then transition the hips nice and loose so that they're facing the long way of our mat. Our left knee will open up to the front and we'll flip our palms to the front. Inhale, we'll let our arms reach up high. We'll even straighten that left leg as we lengthen long through the left thigh. Exhale, keep long on that right side of the body. Don't lean forward as you wander into warrior two. Inhale, up. So from this right hip, we stay lengthened, ribs, underarm, exhale as we come down. Yeah, I know there's a tendency to come forward, but we're working this to stay steady and centered. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take it back. Inhale. Take it forward. Exhale. Forearm to your thigh. Lift up that right side high. Inhale. Now roll. Keep that right side lifted as that left side stretches out. Exhale. We're not trying to get anywhere. We're just trying to get to feel a stretch. Yeah, we're not going into really a side angle or warrior sun style. Proudly. We're just feeling the stretch through sides of the body and trying to keep the legs strong and centered as we do this. Now roll with me. And you have choices. You can go right into child pose or down dog. You can take out that chaturanga. Let's do the, that traditional vinyasa flow here that you hear everyone doing. Stepping back, right? Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath into the body, stretching it out long. Deep breath out. We release in the back of the neck. Shoulders wide, toes are wide, thighs are wide. Breath is deep. Step or hop to the front of your mat on the next exhale. Light, so I can't hear it. Walk the feet in this time. Bring the arms out to the side as we scoop the tailbone into chair. We'll pick that left heel, let that right foot come over, and we'll cross. We'll bend the elbows just like we did before, and then we'll work left elbow underneath. Shoulders wide, and then figure out where the left foot will end up. Keep the back body wide, the head back. Relax the jaw. Soften through the face. Squeeze the arms and legs. See, this is our own little heat machine. One more deep breath in and out should do it. So that on our next in-breath, we can begin to open up. And free our hips. Let them open up to the long way of the mat. Let your knee open out, your foot face forward on the right side. We're in this wonderful warrior two position. Let's begin to draw long through the back side of the body. Get the side body, ribs, shoulders to align over our left hip. And then from here, we begin to have fun. A nice new movement to meditate on as we slowly roll through. Inhaling. And exhaling. Now notice if your back hip begins to lift. We'll fix that. Right. Exhale. And let's go one more time, sun warrior. And to side angle before we find that flow again. Let's go up. And then let's take it down. And you can find your way through. Maybe this isn't for you right now. Maybe you're taking a little bit of a break, and that's cool with me. I actually like to see people doing something that is a little different when it cares for them. I say tailor your practice to what you need. So let's take one more deep breath in. Let's all join back in downward facing dog. Exhaling, soften those knees. And then step or hop to the front of the mat as you come up. Soften those knees. Now the feet are hip width distance apart. Scoop the tailbone under. Oh, guess what? Chair pose as we come back up. Relax the shoulders. We're going to take that right leg back and left arm back again. And then step back up. And then switch. Right arm, left leg. And then back up. Give yourself a little twist. Thighs are drawn in. Yep. And twist. And back. Let's stay with that right leg back. Bring the hands together, center at your chest. Square the hips, and then see if at the waistline you can twist a little bit more. But don't let that right hip come forward too much, right? Or that left hip pull back to get you there. Keep the hips square, outer thighs hugged in. I suggest strongly that you keep that right heel up. Lift up through the thigh, and we'll keep this twist going. And then lift up through that right thigh a little bit more. As you feel the lift through the right side, we'll tip that right elbow down towards our left knee. Keep those thighs in, shoulders wide. So this is where you can choose to stay here, maybe grab a block or not. We'll maybe, possibly, some of us take it into balancing half moon. How do we do this? So great, my friends. This right hand reaches forward at a diagonal. You can see it maybe. And then that right leg lifts up. And that left arm reaches towards the sky. And we are here. We are balancing. And we don't want to rely on that hand being on the floor here. We want to keep lifted. So we can stay here. We can stay in our twist, or we can take off into balancing twisted half moon. And we'll take another deep breath in and out together. And if you're balancing here, lay that foot down. Use your obliques to come up. Let's all bring ourselves back. Let's press into a straight leg on that left side and press the hips back. We'll probably have to scoot that right foot forward. The heel is down, so the foot is at a slant, at a diagonal. But the hips are square. We're going to take a nice forward fold. Soften the shoulders, let the belly lift. Don't try to straighten with rigidity that back body. Let it go a little bit soft. We're not forcing. Now let's take the next few breaths by anchoring into that right foot and lifting all but the heel of your left foot. So you're drawing the left toes up and in towards you. You can always use blocks underneath your hands here, or books, or tissue boxes, or toilet paper rolls, or doggies. Now roll your foot down, and as you do, step your right foot forward. Shake everything out, and then come back to chair pose. Scoop the tailbone under, bring the arms up high to the sky. And we'll take that left leg back and that right arm. And we'll stay here. We'll square the hips and bring the palms together. Let the chest open up. Now keep the thighs square, and we'll lift through our front side to come on down. And we'll keep that lift. We'll keep the heel up and at an angle, not at an angle. That might be too much torque, right? So we're going to stay lifted and strong, or take that left arm forward and that right arm up high as we play with our balancing twisted half moon. So whatever we're doing, we're finding space. We're not rooting down and getting heavy and struggling. We're lifting and lengthening. There might be a little bit of a struggle, but it's in the stretching out. It's in the reaching out. So let's take one more deep breath in and out, in whatever pose we're in, and we'll come out together. So as we breathe in again, let's begin to roll ourselves up. Beautiful. Let's take this moment to untwist and then straighten out that right leg. Bring it back a little bit as you fold forward. Press back through the hips. Let yourself go in this nice little pyramid stretch. Let the weight of the head go. Again, blocks can be useful here. Not a necessity. You want to just keep pulling back through the hips evenly. Relaxing shoulders. And we'll end with a gentle flex of that foot, the heel down. We're not pressing the heel to the floor. We're still pulling back into the hips. Then we'll take this release and we'll actually scoot that right foot forward. Just keep scooting it, scooting. And to help quicken this, we can take our left foot and scoot it back. Then we'll eventually bring the left knee down. And we'll open our right foot out to the side, and we'll turn the toes out to the side. And then we'll bring our hands to blocks or to the floor. And we'll lift the foot up and we'll come onto that outer edge of the foot as we open up to the thigh. We'll find for each of us where we need to stop or back off. So I'm just going to continue for those of you that are Gumby-ish. So we're going to continue to come on down and relax. There shouldn't be a strain. We should be able to relax the shoulders, the neck. Definitely there's a little bit of discomfort, but not pain. Pain protects us, tells us to back away. Relax the thighs. Keep the belly slightly lifted. Now take that right knee back up and in. Come back up. Let's all come to our hands. Take that right knee back, even with the left. Keep the belly up slightly, come down onto your forearms and hold your hands. Bring your thumbs up like Fonzie, and then rest your forehead, top of it, centered onto the thumbs. Walk the knees back to lift and open the back body. Keep stretching into the back. Keep lifting up through the ribs, lifting up through the belly. And we keep breathing. Try to take the weight out of the elbows. Use the muscles of the triceps. Use the muscles of the upper arms. Use the muscles in the ribs, the belly. Magnificent. Breathe with me. And then let's see if we can come back up onto our hands, walk the knees in a bit, and take that left knee out to the side. So it might take some time to get there. And then open the knee out a little bit and begin to open out through the thigh. So we'll roll the inner foot open, keep the outer foot down onto our mat, and then find your desired place for your stretch. Once you find enough discomfort that you can practice relaxing into, you found home for a few breaths. And so that's the key. Breathe deep, relax. Belly is the only thing that's really helping us out in the triceps, but not putting weight into the thighs, not just sinking. We want to lift up, lift out. And then it just keeps getting better, right? So to come out of this, we'll bring the knee in, we'll step it back, and we'll find our modified forearm plank. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. And then this wonderful place we've been to a few times, doing a few fun stretches. When you're ready, come into child pose. Let yourself sink, relax. The great thing when you've challenged yourself is to release. In that release, there's like this gift of, right? There's relief in the release. And so that's, I always feel like, part of why we work so hard. So enjoy this relief and the release. Then we'll come to sit, all of us, onto our bottom. And we'll shake the legs out. Then we'll take the left knee and we'll bend. We'll place that left foot down on the floor. We'll take the right foot and we'll cross it over the left knee. And you can see maybe if you can cross the foot over maybe a little bit onto the shin. And have this rotation where the thigh is opening up towards you, right? You're opening up. Now see if you can sit up nice and tall and lead your chest towards your shin. And you should begin to feel a stretch. And if anything, like I just felt something go, and clench up. So if you feel anything clench up, this is your time to try to soften and let it go. Just make sure you're not overstretching. That's a no-no. Now you may find this is your place. This is where you're going to stay. If you can go further, if you know you can go deeper, then open that left leg up, place the right foot down on top. And we're working a nice lower leg stacking. You know, this is stacking of the logs of the lower limbs, Agnisthambasana. So we want to try to direct our ankle over knee and our knee over ankle. So our shins are really stacked, one perfectly on top. And that's a little tough. And I'm sure some of us, we've got this wonderful slope down for Matchbox cards to go down. And that's okay too. If you find that you're actually getting a better stretch because you can relax a little more doing this, do this one. You might find enough of a stretch sitting upright, or we can take this forward and let it go. We're going to release for about 3 or 4 breaths. And your job is to release. The low belly is going to just build enough energy to lift up the back body a little bit so we're not compressing. Everything else softens. We let go. The shoulders, jaw, the thighs, the knees, ankles. And then from the tailbone, we roll back. So we use the muscles of the belly and the ribs and the chest to lengthen us up. And let the knees and the feet open about mat width distance. We'll give a few windshield wipers before we stretch the other side out. Taking that right foot in front and crossing the left knee over. Just pausing here. We're warming up the hips, relaxing the shoulders. This might be your place that you stay. That's cool too. Relax the neck. Then if you're ready to take it further, your body and mind, then take it into Agnisthambasana. So we stack the legs And then either staying and working and rooting down through the knees or beginning to fold forward. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Gives us time to relax, check in with the body. One more breath. And we roll through the spine once again, and we come on up. Beautiful. Let's take our legs out long, tuck our tailbone under, and see if we can use that belly to roll on down to the floor. Stretch ourselves out. Keep that tailbone tucked. Keep the chin tucked. And then hips stay where they are. Walk your legs over to the right. Walk your arms and your shoulders stay down over to the right. We just get this nice long stretch. It's like a half moon on the floor. Supta Ardha Chandrasana. Think yin, they call this bananasana. That's so fun to say. And then let's come back straight and then over to the other side. Relax the neck and shoulders. And then take yourself back nice and long. Deep breath in. Then as you breathe out, bring the knees up over the hips and then take the legs and shake them out to the sky. Take the arms, shake them out to the sky. Take your tongue, stick it out, take a deep breath in and let out noise. You do it louder if you can. I have teenagers sleeping upstairs. So one more deep breath in. Stick your tongue out, shake your arms, shake your legs, let out a nice ah. Beautiful. And then drop everything in. Bring your knees in and begin to circle them around. And let the knees drop over to the right side as you stretch your left arm to the left. If you want a deeper stretch, you can cross that left leg right underneath the right, a little eagle style. And then bring the hands underneath the knees to lift them up. Release and then shake. Let's bring those legs to the left side. If you want to take the eagle crossing, go ahead and do so. Reach that right arm out. And bring the hands under the knees and draw the knees up, uncross, shake out, hug the knees in, and then take a moment to lie down completely. Whether you keep your knees bent and in like we did at the way beginning, or whether you straighten them out or have a pillow underneath. I want you to give yourself time to close your eyes and check in with your body. So get yourself settled. I'll give you another moment. And then we'll start with your feet. Just notice how your toes feel. Wiggle them a little bit. Notice how the soles of the feet feel, the tops of the feet, the ankles. Move to the shins and the calves. Notice how they feel attached to the knees. As the knees relax. Notice how the thighs feel. Big muscles in there, and they tend to hold a lot. So see how many layers you can begin to let go through the thighs, that roll up into the hips, buttocks, whole lower body from hips through the legs, down into the feet. Notice how they feel. Noticing how the belly feels. Notice how it feels as you breathe in, as you breathe out, in that space between the breathing. How the back feels. The ribs. Chest. The shoulders, notice how they feel. Down the arms, to the hands, fingers, fingertips. Noticing how the neck feels. Muscles through the face. Seeing how the whole upper body feels. Seeing how the whole body feels. As you pause for a few more moments. To wiggle your fingers and your toes. Notice how that feels as you circle your wrists and ankles. Stretching arms and legs. Slowly begin to bring the knees up towards the chest. Roll to one side. Coming into a comfortable seated position at the front of the mat. Bringing the palms of the hands together at the heart center. Closing your eyes and taking a moment to acknowledge the amazing being that you are. As you bow to yourself, acknowledge the divinity that's within you, all the beauty, wisdom, and light that you have. As you look up, take a moment to bow to all the amazing beings out there. Namaste, Jabegwan. Thank you for coming on and practicing this morning. Every week means a week closer to being one-on-one. I can't think of anything, honestly, that I want more right now than to practice in person with a room full of wonderful yogis like yourself. Reach out to me if you need anything. Otherwise, have a peaceful and wonderful day. And you've already started off right by doing some yoga. So keep sailing through. Much love.